You folks are not going to believe what I'm about to show you. I'm telling you, you're not going to believe this. You ever heard that it's too good to be true, then it probably isn't? Well, this seems too good to be true, but it is true. And this is crazy. First of all, let me just simply say, Bible prophecy is real. And in many cases, it's happening now. God is setting things up for what he says is going to happen in the future. Now, I'm going to switch over to an article, a picture of an article that I read today. Cannot believe this. By the way, I'm going to be talking about this for days because this is crazy. I mean, this is unbelievable. Watch this. I'm going to read the title of the article to you. Here we are. Let me get my picture-in-picture on. Look at this. It says, Saudis say Temple Mount and Al-Aqsa not important to Islam. What? Wait, let me say that one more time. Saudis say Temple Mount and Al-Aqsa is not important to Islam. The subtitle of the article says, in further departure from Palestinian narrative, Saudis recognize Jewish connection to the Temple Mount. And folks, it's not just members of the Saudi royal family. We are talking about people who are popular in culture in Saudi Arabia. It is unbelievable. Let me read the first three paragraphs, by the way, of this article. It says, Palestinian politicians, clerics, and terrorist warlords tirelessly invoke the Temple Mount and Al-Aqsa mosques as a rallying cry to stir up pan-Muslim emotions against Israel. The Jews are threatening to Judaize this Islamic holy site, claim the Palestinians, even as they reject the biblical history of Mount Moriah. But according to a bunch of Saudis and other Middle East Arabs on social media, the Temple Mount and even Al-Aqsa Mosque itself aren't all that holy to them. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, let me give you an example of this, by the way, because this is absolutely crazy. There's a very popular cartoonist in Saudi Arabia, and in my live broadcast today, I will get into the officials from Saudi Arabia that are actually saying this, which is absolutely crazy. But this is a popular cartoonist, and some of you may know who he is, Fahd al-Jabri. And this is what he says. He literally tweets this out. He says, the direction of the prayers of the Jews is not important to us. What is important to us is only our homeland. By referencing the direction, the prayers of the Jews, al-Jabri implicitly recognized the Jewish connection to the Temple Mount, thus contradicting, yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Palestinian narrative on the matter. Unbelievable. I cannot believe that I'm reading those words to you from this article, because this is why it's huge. It's huge because we know something very, very important that the Bible tells us, and that is when all of the events of the end times gets put into place, yes, within the tribulation, when the Antichrist comes, when all of that happens, we know that the temple has to be rebuilt. Now, there have been lots of theories as into where the temple is going to be rebuilt. Some people say, oh, it'll be north of where the Golden Dome is. They'll say, oh, it'll be a little further away from Al-Aqsa because that's such a dangerous place to be anywhere near if you're Jewish. A lot of people have been saying there's no way it could be built there. You've got some people who are a little crazy who actually say that it's going to be built in the city of David, which is insane. It's not even close to being biblical. But what's interesting is the Bible has always made it clear that the temple is going to be built in the same place that it was built the last time, and that is directly over the dome. And yes, the outer courtyards would be covering Al-Aqsa Mosque. Now, how in the world would that happen when those that are Muslims have such a tight stronghold on all of it? I'll tell you how it happens. When Saudi Arabia says it's not important to us anymore, they just kicked open the political doors to be able to make a move towards Israel rebuilding its temple in its most holy site. Think about how crazy that is, folks. If you say Jesus Christ is not coming soon, you're out of your mind, because we're seeing evidence of it. And I've said this before. We talk about the way the time clock works. when you start getting down to the Temple Mount, you are at the core of the center of it all, right? If you were to talk about the nation of Israel or all the land of Israel, sorry, I'm so excited. This is just crazy. This is my initial reaction. If you look at all the land of Israel, it's sort of the outer area of what the epicenter is. Then you get to Jerusalem and you're kind of near the inner core of where it is. But when you get to the Temple Mount, you are bullseye. You're right there. And folks, the temple's going to get rebuilt, and everybody is saying Al-Aqsa and the Golden Dome have been the biggest opposition to that happening. And guess what? That opposition is beginning to fade based on the positions of those in Saudi Arabia. Folks, Jesus is coming soon. Don't forget it. We better start looking up because amazing things are happening. This is the time to be doing the work of the Father. We've got to take a stand. And we've got to live righteously for the Lord because Jesus is coming soon. And all I got to say is I'm excited. I mean, come on. Look at that. How in the world could you not be excited? Jesus is coming soon. Get excited about it, folks. We're running out of time, and we better get moving. God bless you guys.